this is 10 cents. Oh,
Hey, back to another reaction. So today I'm going to react to The Secrets of Stinger Flynn. And I'll find out the secrets of Stinger Flynn.
Yeah, my math is a
So
little
anyways, let's be.
No, we have a million streams on Spotify and we made 5 cents each?
This is Oscar Star.
What? I think it's
Hold
Stinger
on, this
Flynn.
is a jellyfish we're talking about. How is he a star? No, this is Stinger Uno. Wait,
Okay, what the?
that's not the official name? Stinger Flynn, as with the majority of the Garden of Banban characters, has a rich history of how he came to be. And I'm here to discuss with you the secrets of our beloved psychic jellyfish.
So wait.
The Garden of Banban cast each have their own detailed story and personality, and that's what makes Garden of Banban unique. Join me on the 3rd episode of the Banban Chronicles, narrated by me, Ty Coker, the voice actor of Bitter Giggle, a series where we dedicate each episode to discussing the history and secrets of a member of the Garden of Banban cast.
Well, what the heck? What's wrong with secrets today?
Stinger Flynn, despite being arguably one of the simpler characters to draw and visualize, has probably gone through the most changes during development out of any of the other characters, making this episode of the Banban Chronicles one of the juicier entries. Every stage of development for this character has been strange, from the decision to even add him to the game to the decision to make him a jellyfish. This photo was taken on October 15th, 2022.
Oh.
Notice anything missing from it?
Yeah, I kind of
Or should I say,
anyone
missing from it? That's right. Stinger Flynn was the last mascot to be added to the game of the
What did I tell you?
original 6. He was a last-minute addition that was added right before the Euphoric Brothers started to seriously work on the script of the first game. The mural involving Jumbo Josh, Bambolina, Banban, Opila Bird, and Captain Fiddles really felt like it could use another character whose color would complement the existing colors. And just like that, the Euphoric Brothers were back to the drawing board. The majority of concepts that were proposed for this new character have been lost to time, but 2 have survived. The first was Humble Bee, a simple bee character whose purpose was to teach children the importance of staying humble, and also whose name is a play on the word bumblebee. Feeling Humblebee wasn't unique enough, it was quickly taken off the table. Sorry, Humblebee. Second, however, was a concept that came very close to becoming what Stinger Flynn is today. Enter Oscar Star, an orange, 6-armed, one-eyed tower of teeth that would tower.
Okay, whoa, what in the world? I introduced you to Stinger Flynn with his tower of teeth and his warm mouth.
Over the player. The reason Oscar Star was scrapped was the exact opposite of why Humblebee was scrapped. Oscar Star had too many defining features. He had 6 arms, 1 eye, and was a tower of teeth.
Yeah, that does not make any sense. Like, seriously.
He was absolutely goated with the sauce, so instead of completely scrapping Oscar Star, his features were shared between 3 different characters. Stinger Flynn got the 1 eye, an earlier concept of Nab Nab became the Tower of Teeth, and much later on, an earlier concept of Syringin got the multiple arms. Remember him? Remember that guy? From the last episode? You keeping notes? Yes, these 3 characters, despite their minimal interactions with each other in the games, are spiritually connected through Oscar Star. Ultimately, the decision was made to add the one-eyed orange jellyfish to Garden of Banban 1, and say
also, if you guys want to see more reaction videos on the channel, make sure to hit the subscribe to the channel, because we make new videos every day.
Save the spider for later. And thus, Stinger Uno was born, as he was nicknamed after first being added to the game, a name that one can still find in the game files. This last minute...
Wait, we can still find that name in the game files?
Edition Jellyfish would later become the main antagonist of an unused script for the first game, where his giant tentacles and one eye would stalk you throughout the kindergarten. For the most part, the game would have played out similarly to the Garten of Banban 1 available today, but some of the puzzles would have involved finding different ways to have Stinger Flynn move his tentacles away from doorways that he would be blocking. Think Cyan Fiddles from Garten of Banban 2, only it's the giant Stinger Flynn before he was shrunk. This was all before being replaced by the final Garten of Banban 1 script we know today, where Opila Bird and Jumbo Josh take the spotlight, and Stinger Flynn retains a minimal role of being a wall mural and giving words of kindness. If you compare the Stinger Flynn that you can see now on the Garten of Banban 3 poster to the one that you actually see in the games, you might notice a few differences. The eye on the model of the poster is less circular and more rectangular in shape, and Stinger Flynn actually has mistakenly 8 arms here. A mistake that the Euphoric brothers made sure not to repeat when creating the model for Stinger Flynn in Garten of Banban Punch Rush. This version of Stinger Flynn that you see on the poster is actually a very early version of the same model created during the development of Garten of Banban 2, and later updated during the development of Garten of Banban 3. The eye was made rounder, and the number of arms were reduced to 6 to accommodate the 6-legged wall mural. 2 decisions that actually turned out to be very helpful during development. Because, given the anatomy of Stinger Flynn, the Euphoric brothers find that he is easily the hardest character to animate. Any movement of Stinger Flynn requires keeping track of all 6 of his tentacles and making sure each and every one moves.
Wait, how long did it take him to animate Stinger Flynn? It probably took him like a while.
In a natural way. This naturally makes Stinger Flynn more complicated to animate than any of the other characters, and having 8 tentacles instead of 6 would have only added more complexity to any movement involving the character. In addition to this, Stinger Flynn's eye being rounder meant we could program it so that it rotates around itself, allowing the Euphoric brothers to make it follow the player. Speaking of Stinger Flynn's features, did you know that Stinger Flynn is voiced by Ferris, the blue of the Euphoric brothers? Similar to how Banban is voiced by Geppo, the purple of the Euphoric brothers. Okay, maybe you knew that one, but did you also know that as of Garten of Banban 7, besides the player and the drone, Stinger Flynn is the only other playable character? You actually get to play as Stinger Flynn in 2 of the dream sequences in Garten of Banban 3.
Whoa.
During which you are also introduced to a new mechanic not seen anywhere else in the game, where as Stinger Flynn you are capable of shooting electricity through your tentacles in order to traverse puzzles. Please do let the Euphoric brothers know in the comments if you would like to see this mechanic reappear in future games. Stinger Flynn's ability
That kind of might be pretty cool, but I don't know.
to shoot electricity out of his tentacles is not mentioned too many times throughout any of the games. But did you know that this wasn't always the case? Within the kingdom in Garten of Banban 4, there exists the infirmary. And inside the infirmary are all of the prisoners that Sheriff Toadster manages to capture throughout the game. For each holding cell, the player is able to play a recording that has been put together by Sheriff Toadster to document his findings in respect to each prisoner. A collection of recordings that he calls the Toadster Archives. There's a recording for Opila Bird and Tardibbird, a recording for Banbalina, a recording for Slow Celine, a recording for Jumbo Josh, but not one for Stinger Flynn, despite also having his own cell. Initially, however, Stinger Flynn was also meant to have a recording of his own in the Toadster Archives collection, which would have detailed how Sheriff Toadster got electricity shot at him a few times while trying to capture Stinger Flynn after the events of Garten of Banban 3. However, feeling that there were enough Toadster Archives entries in the game and that the Stinger Flynn recording wouldn't have added much in the way of interesting lore, the idea for the recording was scrapped. But this wasn't the only instance where something related to Stinger Flynn was removed from a game. During 2 of the dream sequences that take place in Garten of Banban 3, one of the very few vehicles to ever make an appearance in any Garten of Banban game can be seen. Stinger Flynn's very own, the Stinger-mobile. This is the car that's parked beside...
I didn't know he had a car. I've never seen it. well, I guess
Stinger Flynn during his monologue about reaching the beach, and the same one that all of the characters take a ride in later on in the game before it crashes into a piece of cactus. This car was originally scripted to appear in the first street of City Engine that you enter in Garten of Banban 7 as a reference to the fan-favorite car sequence of Garten of Banban 3. Realizing that this would not make much sense lore-wise, the car was removed from the map entirely, which actually happened.
Why was it removed?
Only a few days before the public release of the game. But who knows? Maybe the Stinger Mobile will reappear in future games. Wait, what's that jellyfish doing to us? Stay tuned for the next episode of the Banban Chronicles, where the secrets and history of another character will be revealed. Comment down below which character you want to learn more about next, and keep on Banbanning!
Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, drop like and subscribe. We won't get a video. I know it's in the comments. I'll see you guys for the next one. Goodbye, buddy. Let's get wait, I guess.